Hello everyone, welcome to this slow and mindful movement session. I'll just give it a minute or two just to see if anyone joins us live today, but if you are joining us on catch up, thank you so much for returning to this live stream. Let us know where you're joining us in the comments today. So this is going to be a 45-minute session. It's very open level and very open to interpretation. So you're so welcome to adapt poses and movements to suit how you're feeling in your body today. It is going to be a full body session, so hopefully this will feel really good, particularly for the end of the week. And we're actually going to start seated today, so get nice and comfortable in a seat. Maybe that's cross-legged, maybe you'd like to grab a pillow, and we shall get started. Reluctant to take my socks off because it's cold. Lovely. Okay, so once you've found your seat, just make sure you feel nice and kind of grounded. Maybe take a little wriggle through the sitting bones. A little roll of the shoulders, any kind of wiggles that you need to do to get settled and comfortable. And if it feels good to you today, maybe closing down the eyes. Okay, before we get into any sort of movement, let's begin to connect to our breath. So just watching that ebb and flow. And as you bring all of your attention onto the breath, you might naturally begin to deepen it, slow it down. Settling all of your attention onto your natural breath, allowing just the rest of your day and the rest of the world to fall away. Bringing you to this present moment. And then just taking a little scan through your body. Notice how you're feeling today. Is there anything that is particularly of interest in your body? Also just becoming more aware of how your energy levels are doing. Maybe we've got a lot of energy to give for this practice. Maybe we want to conserve our energy. It might be that we're not sure, and when we get moving, we'll know. Okay, now placing one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. We're going to start with some breath work here. So as you inhale, breathe into your bottom hand first, and then into your rib cage and upper back. And as you exhale, see if you can empty from top to bottom. So emptying the chest and then pulling belly button back to the spine. Good. Continue. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, dropping the chest, pulling the belly in. Just continuing that at your own pace. And starting to explore where else you can press that breath into. So as you breathe in, maybe it goes further down into your lower belly or your hips. As you exhale, maybe you really feel that contraction, that closing. Lovely. Good, continue. Wonderful. Okay, take one more in your own time. Good. At the bottom of that exhalation, just releasing the hands down into your lap. And we're going to start with some gentle head movement. So dropping one ear to one shoulder, letting the head drop, letting the shoulders drop. And then slowly roll chin to chest. Take the ear over to the opposite side. And we're just going to go for these half head circles. Good. If it feels okay in your body, you maybe drop the head all the way back and take a full circle, but just be mindful there. It's not often that we explore that direction of our neck, so just go really slow. Wonderful, and then change in direction. Wonderful, good. Just gently, gently bringing that to a natural stop. Good. When you're ready, on your in-breath, we're going to stretch the arms all the way up and overhead. Interlace the fingers at the top, press your palms in towards the ceiling, and then just have a little bit of an intuitive wriggle here. So maybe it's a little kind of side to side, just feeling into the rib cage. Maybe it's forwards and up. Lovely, good. And then we're going to find a little bit of a flow together. So as you inhale, we're going to see if we can really open the chest, pull the hands back over the head. And then as you exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the back, look to your belly button. Good, inhaling up. Exhale, rounding. Good, just exploring those movements. Wonderful, okay. Next time your hands come forwards and we're in that rounded position, we're going to inhale, see if we can look and turn underneath our right armpit. Trying to look up to the ceiling. Good, and then come through center. Look underneath your left armpit as much as you can. Don't worry if it feels sticky in the upper back. We're going to get into it. Good, and then back through center. Inhale, arms all the way up, and then take them behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze the palms together. For some of us, this may be enough. For some of us, we might straighten up the arms. If you want to take it even further, you can take the hands away from the small of your back, so we get an even deeper stretch. Wonderful. Let's take one more breath here. As you exhale, release your hands in front. Find an all fours position. For anyone with sensitive knees, please grab some extra padding, maybe a blanket, or double up your mat. Spreading the fingers wide, let's tuck our toes so they get a little stretch too. Cat to cow. Inhale, drop your belly, arching the spine. And then as you exhale, round, tuck the tailbone under, look to your toes. Nice, inhaling, dropping, swaying the heart forwards. Exhale, hugging the belly up. See if we can push those shoulder blades apart. Good, continue at your own pace. Maybe with each breath we can find a little more fluidity or ease. Good. Option to keep going with this. Option to just find some intuitive movement. So maybe that's a rocking forwards and back, side to side. You might make some big circles with the chest. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Maybe just close your eyes and feel into what feels right for you today. Really nice. Good. Okay, from here we're going to come to a neutral all fours position. Let's come down to our forearms, give our wrists a little break. Extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under, and then I want you to really push into that right heel. Keep the right leg straight. Feeling that stretch all the way down the calf muscle. And because we're on our forearms, we can really push and go for it without hurting our wrists. Good. And then from here, we're going to step our left leg back to meet our right. So we're in a forearm plank, just a little bit of spice. Push back through both heels. Feel that little fire light up underneath you. Good. One more breath. As you exhale, drop your right knee and push into that left heel. Really, really push. Keep the left leg as straight as you can. Great, and then we're going to come back into that forearm plank. So step the right foot back to meet the left, push back through the heels. So we've got a nice long line from the crown of the head all the way to the heels. Actively pushing the floor away with our forearms, lifting up the belly. Good, one more breath here. And then as you exhale, drop your knees, drop your hips. So we're on our forearms and we're in this little Sphinx pose, back bend. Option to stay here for some of us if this feels good. Some of us we might want a little bit more. Maybe we begin to straighten the arms. See how you feel, don't force it. And see if you can think about sending the breath down towards your belly. Really nice. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Lovely, good. From here, dropping down to the forearms, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Let's press back to a child's pose with tucked toes. So forehead to mat, sit bones towards the heels. Think about someone pulling your tailbone nice and long. Lovely. And then as you inhale, let's come forwards to all fours. Find your downward facing dog. Sitting bones to the sky. Nice. Any movements that feel good here if you want to pedal the feet. Shake the head. Make circles with the hips. Anything at all. Make your downward facing dog feel really good to you. So you can let go of what you maybe think it should look like. And just let yourself be free. Good. In your down dog, really spread your fingers nice and wide, root through your knuckles. So we look after those wrists. Good. And then from here, let's begin to walk the feet towards the hands. So we're coming to the top edge of our mat. Feet a bit wider than hip width. Soften through the knees. Let the head go. Maybe take a little rock, a little sway. Nice, relaxing the head, the shoulders, the jaw. Great, and then we're going to bend the knees so we can bring our fingertips down to the mat. As you inhale, reach your right hand high to the sky. Maybe the right leg begins to straighten. As you exhale, bend the knees and fold. Hand comes down. Good, inhale, left hand high. Maybe left leg gets a little bit straighter. Exhale, bend in the knees, coming back through center. We're just going to go side to side. So the in-breath, we open and twist. The exhale, we come back to the fold. Good, listening to the sound of your own breath. Using your own breath to pace you. Good. Next time you lift that left arm, that's going to be the last one. Before coming into the fold, soften into the knees and slowly curl up through the spine. Think about tucking the tailbone under, slowly, slowly rounding to come all the way up to standing. Perfect. When you get to the top, have your feet about hip width apart. As you inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, we're going to take the hands behind, interlace them. Squeeze the palms together and lift the chest. So for this one, I want you to squeeze your bottom so your lower back remains nice and long, and we're really focusing on the upper part of our back. So we're not really kind of throwing the bottom back. Squeeze the bum as if you're trying to push it forwards. Good, that's going to direct it more into the front of your shoulders, front of the chest. Good, nice big breath. As you exhale, fold here, let that fist fall overhead. Good, nice big breath. Exhale, releasing the hands down. Step your right foot back, nice and long. So in this kind of runner's start position, take a little rock into the hips, maybe forwards, back, side to side, what feels good. If you've been sat for a lot of today, this will feel good through that back hip. Nice one. Good, take a nice big breath. As you exhale, drop the back knee down, sweeping those arms up into low lunge. Good, find a little softness through your fingers and your shoulders. We're going to massage into this hip crease. So as you exhale, we're going to soften the hips forwards. As you inhale, coming back up. Nice, just moving in and out of that stretch. If you've got thick trousers on, or like trousers with pockets like me, you might want to move the fabric away from that hip crease just so you can really get into it a little bit more without too much obstruction. Lovely, really nice. Okay, from here we're going to take a nice big breath. Come into a twist. So your right hand is going to come onto the outside of that left knee. Reach your left hand back. See if you can, with your eyes, look for the back edge of your mat. So we're in that twist. Lovely. Nice big breath. Lovely. Inhale, unwind, float the hands all the way up. Exhale, bringing the hands down and then straightening up that front leg any amount that feels good. If you need to adjust, go ahead. Flex your left toes back towards you and think about your hips being pulled back. So you've got that nice length down the back of the leg. Good. One more long breath all the way down the back of this leg. As you exhale, plant the foot, plant the hands. Step back to a downward facing dog. Wonderful, good. As you inhale, come forwards to a high plank, brief moment. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Feel free to use your knees at any point. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest any amount that feels welcome. So listen to your body. Maybe we don't get the arms fully straight. Good. As you exhale, we lower down. We come back through bent knees and into downward facing dog. Good. As you inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or maybe jump to the top. Inhale, half lift, so hands onto the knees, find length through the waist. Exhale, fold, let that head go. Nice. Inhale, rise all the way up, scoop your hands high. Exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace them. This time we're going to get the lower back involved as well. So bend the knees, inhale, lift the chest, and then think about lifting the chest while also tipping the tailbone back. Weight is in our heels, so it's more of a full back bend this time. We're getting that lower back involved as well. Good, nice big breath. Exhale, straighten the legs, dive forwards, let that fist fall overhead, and the head drop down. Gorgeous, relax your jaw, notice if you're clenching your jaw, let it go. Good, breathe in. Exhale, releasing your hands down, and then step your left foot back nice and long. Good, and then take a little rock into those hips just like we did on the other side. So forwards, back, side to side. What do you need? What's good? Stay connected to your breath. If it started to get a little fast or kind of run away from you, see if you can slow it down. Great, okay, from here we're going to drop the back knee down, untuck the toe, floating the arms up, and then massaging into the right hip crease. So as you exhale, just softening into it, inhale out. So just in and out at your own pace, just feeling into the hips. Again, if you need to move fabric away from that crease, so you can really get your full range. Really nice. Okay, we're going to go in for the twist. So we're going to breathe in. As you exhale, your left hand comes on the outside of that knee. Reach the other arm back. Imagine someone's high-fiving you, pushing that hand back. Getting that nice twist through the waist. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Looking forwards. Inhale, plant that, reach the hands all the way up. As you exhale, placing your hands down and then straighten up that front leg any amount. If you've got longer legs, you might slide the heel away, so you've got a bit more space, and then really flex these toes towards your face. Think about lengthening through the spine. Don't worry if you can't fully get it straight, but just the idea of it, of like tipping the tailbone up and back, you're going to get into that hamstring a bit more. Good, let's take one more breath. As you exhale, plant the foot, plant the hands, step back to a downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, come forwards to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the tummy. Again, feel free to use the knees at any point. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come into a back bend that feels welcome to you today. Shoulders away from the ears. Opening up the chest. Lovely. On your next exhalation, slowly coming down. Tuck the toes, coming into all fours, and then into downward facing dog. Good. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Good. As you inhale, bend the knees, look towards your hands. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift, find length through your waist. As you exhale, fold, let the head go. Nice. Inhale, rise all the way up, scoop your hands high. And as you exhale, hands come down through heart center, down by our sides. And now we're going to take a nice wide stance on our mat. So turning the toes out. Roughly, when you bring your arms out, the wrists are over the ankles. Doesn't have to be exact, it's just kind of a nice rough measurement. And then bend into the knees. Think about pushing the pubic bone forwards, tailbone under. Hands can be on your thighs, at your heart. You could find full goddess arms, really finding that strength through cactus arms, pushing the forearms back. Nice. Feeling a little bit of warmth. Start in those legs and thighs. Good. On your next inhalation, we're going to straighten up the arms and legs. Exhale, turn one toe in and one toe out and find your triangle. So the toe that's pointed out, that hand is going to come down. The other arm is going to reach either to the sky, to your hip. You could go for a little half bind. So maybe you can grab your bottoms or your pocket. And then think about rolling that top shoulder back wherever you are. Good. Come back to the breath if you've lost it. Good. Think about sending the breath to any tight spots, any little corners of your body that might need it. Wonderful. Deep breath in. Exhale, look down. Inhale to come up and then reverse. So your other hand comes all the way up. We press into the back leg. Think about the hands moving in opposite directions so you feel that opening in your torso. Good. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bend elbows, bend knees, come back into goddess. Wonderful. Inhale, straighten up both legs, straighten up both arms, turn the toes to the opposite side, come into triangle on your opposite side. Maybe we want to keep that top hand up, pop it on the hip, go for a little half bind. Lean back wherever you are. Imagine there's a wall that you could rest both shoulder blades onto. Good, connecting with the breath if you're losing it. Great, one more breath. As you exhale, look down. And as you inhale, we come up, we reverse our triangle. So the other hand comes down, other arm comes up. Really breathe into the waist. Nice full breath. And then as you exhale, bend both knees, both elbows, goddess. Perfect. And then this time we're going to straighten up the legs, hands to hips. We'll turn the toes in and the heels out. Breathe. And then as you exhale, hinging from your hip, forward folding, getting the hands all the way down. Maybe you can bend the knees if you need to, it's absolutely fine. And we're just going to take a little moment to explore here, maybe side to side, a little bounce if you need, let the head go. See if you can convince the neck and the shoulders that it's okay to fully relax. Great, okay, so to keep it gentle, we're going to use our hands. So bring your hands down, bending the knees as much as you need to. We're going to bend into one knee and straighten into the other, coming into a ninja squat. This heel might lift off, that's okay, but see if we can keep pressing the weight back into that heel. Perfect, the leg that's straight, flex the foot, and think about this inner thigh shining up towards the ceiling, so it's that slight external rotation. Nice, and then we're going to take it over to the opposite side. So use your hands, use as much weight in the hands as you want, bending into the opposite side. Same thing, foot is flexed, and we're shining that inner thigh up to the sky. Very, very nice. Good. And then we're going to come back through center. So hands to the inside or the center of your mat, straightening up both legs, come into a wide leg forward fold. Great. We're going to have two more options here. So we're going to walk our hands all the way through our legs, past our heels. You're going to creep your fingertips all the way along the ground and feel that rounding in the upper back. Let your head keep dropping down. The crown of the head is dropping down. Demo from the side. So we're really opening up the back of the legs, but we're also getting that rounding in the upper back, separating the shoulder blades as well. Perfect. Good, and then we're going to take the reverse of this. So walking the hands all the way forwards, flat in front of you. Bend the knees, let your head drop down between your arms, and then think about this being like a really, really wide-legged downward facing dog. So think about your spine lengthening. Weight is in the heels. Maybe there's a little softness through the knees. You're doing really well. And then finally, walking the hands back underneath our face. Heel toe the feet a little closer in. And then we're going to come into a deep squat, but just quickly for a little transition. So bending into the knees, coming into that deep squat, and then sitting your bottom down. Nice. Great, so coming into cross-legged. Okay, we're going to work into the hips, and everything is floor-based now, so we can wind it down a wee bit. So let's start with let's say our right leg, I can't remember if this is mirrored. So you're going to catch your knee and your foot either like this and just begin to manually move your hips. So it might be side to side, it might be circles. For some of us, we might be able to cradle it like a baby. But this leg should feel really heavy. We want to relax into that hip and it's like the arms are doing the work. So yeah, the leg might feel pretty heavy. Good, okay. From here, we're going to interlace our fingers, make a little basket for our toes to sit in, and then it doesn't matter if you get the leg straight at all, but we're going to begin to straighten the leg, or think about straightening the leg. So extending the leg. Maybe we get full extension. If you're kind of here, that's okay too. It's all good wherever you are. If you have got that leg fully extended and you want a little bit more, think about lifting out of your lower back, because probably doing something a little like this, which isn't bad or anything, but maybe we think about lifting the chest. Nice, and you might surprise yourself with how far you can get. Good, let's take a nice big breath. And as you exhale, bending into that knee, placing that shin down, and let's do the opposite side. So you're going to grab the other side, little rock. Maybe give it a shake, like convince your hip that it can let go and that the arm is going to do the work. Good. Okay. Interlace your fingers. You're going to place your toes in that little basket and then begin to explore straightening the leg. Wherever you are, you want to still be able to breathe very freely and happily. Really nice, good. Let's take one more long breath here. And then as you exhale, bending into the knee, coming into cross leg, and then rolling over, coming back to all fours. And then let's just take a couple of cat-cows here, just to see how that spine is doing now. Maybe it's feeling a little more free. Good, now come to a neutral place with the spine. We're going to take puppy pose, so your hips are going to stay over your knees. Walk the hands forwards. The further apart your hands are, the more accessible it is. If your thumbs are touching, the more challenging it is. So you get to decide where you go. And then from here, dropping the chest down. Maybe the chin rests on the ground. Maybe it's the forehead. If your head is hanging in air, that's okay too. See if you can really let gravity pull your sternum down towards the ground. Nice, relax your jaw, relax your hands. And follow that breath. Maybe you really feel your breath more towards your armpits now. Maybe finding new spaces that you haven't breathed into yet today. Good. One more breath. And then slowly walking the hands back towards you. Coming back to all fours, we're going to stretch the back of the shoulder. So inhale, your left hand reaches high. Exhale, thread it all the way through. Imagine someone's pulling that hand through. Get comfy on your left cheek, left ear. And if you want a bit more, press into your right hand. Breathe nice and deep. Good, one more breath here. And then slide in that left hand back underneath left shoulder. Opposite side, so inhale, right arm reaches all the way up. Exhale, thread as far as you can. Get on the cheek, on the ear. Good, and then bringing the right hand back underneath right shoulder. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Any movements here that feel good. Wonderful, and then begin to slowly walk your feet towards your hands. So come into the top. Turning the toes out, just a brief encounter with a deep squat again. So bending into the knees, coming into that squat. Hands behind, sit the bottom down. Plant your feet, reach your hands forwards. We're going to come onto our back, so breathe in. And then as you exhale, curling through the spine, slowly, slowly, no rush, no race. Coming all the way down. Good. Once you arrive, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little massage. This next movement has got to be my favourite of all time, so I really hope you enjoy it as well. So we're going to plant our feet down. We're going to take our arms out. If you've got enough space, maybe they're in a T shape or a cactus shape, but either way, the forearms are relaxed down. Good. Allow your knees to fall to the right. And then that left knee, the top knee, continues its journey all the way up towards the right elbow. Good, and then we're going to slowly bring it back down and around and do the same on the opposite side. So drop in to the left, opposite knee, towards elbow. And we're just going to take that in our own time, just slowly and steadily, moving side to side. Enjoying as much or as little twist as you like. I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but my back is clicking. Lovely. Okay, next time the knees fall to the left, we're just going to let them be heavy, heavy, heavy to the left. Don't worry about reaching for that knee, just let the legs relax, the core relax. Good, and then take it over to the opposite side, so knees over to the right. Nice and heavy. Letting gravity do its thing. And then bringing the knees back through center. We're going to take a happy baby. So we're going to bend the knees. Some of us will grab the knees, pull them down towards the armpits. Option 1. Option 2, you might grab the ankles, pull them down. For some of us, we might grab our feet. Soles of the feet are up towards the sky. And the weight of your arms are just really opening up the hips. Maybe you take a little happy rock from side to side. You might move the feet forwards and back. You may surprise yourself that you can get one leg straight or both legs straight. Good. Taking one more big breath. And as you exhale, releasing and getting comfortable for just a few minutes of stillness here. So you might be legs out straight, Maybe hands on the front of the body or out to your sides. Closing down the eyes. Just letting all that movement settle now. Breathing in. And letting go. Allowing your body to feel heavy. Allowing yourself to be at ease. With every exhale, softening the muscles, the joints, and every cell of you. Allowing any thoughts just to fall to the back of the head. Imagine them melting in towards the earth. We'll just take a minute here to rest and be still, and then we'll close our practice together. Okay, so if you need to enjoy this for longer today, please just stay where you are, let this live stream end. Otherwise, if we're ready to close our practice, just starting to find a little movement through the hands and the feet. Maybe letting the head drop from side to side, massage the back of the head. And when it feels good, taking a full body stretch. Maybe a yawn. And then scoop up the knees, give yourself a hug, squeeze it in like you mean it. And then slowly and without hurry, coming up to find a comfortable seat. You can sit absolutely however you wish. Finding your seat, closing down the eyes. And just take a moment to observe how you feel now. Just take a deep breath in together through the nose. And let it go through the mouth. Well done, everyone. When you're ready, bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your head down. And really thank yourself for carving out this time today to look after your body and your mind. When you feel ready, open your eyes and welcome yourself back. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Catherine, thank you so much. Gary, lovely to see your name. Nella, always lovely to see you from Florida. Love the Goddess. Thanks, Taylor. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any requests or suggestions for maybe live streams or classes on this channel, please do let me know. If you like the live element to classes, I do have a membership, My Mindful Movement, and we meet weekly. And then we also have a monthly themed class, so it'd be lovely to see you there. We do it on Zoom because it can be two-way for people that want me to see them and kind of adjust you and things. Oh, I'm so glad, Nilla. Needed that. Yeah, I felt like I needed it too. Oh, I'm so glad, Catherine and Gary. Perfect. Well, have a beautiful rest of your Friday, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.